In this video, I'm going to be doing an introduction of what RandFlux is. RandFlux is a simulation program that can simulate electrochemical devices and semiconductor devices. But for what we're going to be doing, we're mostly going to be focusing on the electrochemical devices. So the first thing that we need to do in RandFlux is that we want to start up what we want to do. In this case, we do a project. And projects in this case are going to be folders that we work in. So we can either do a new project and we we work with some type of folder that we have that's empty in this case, such as my download folder, or we could go and open a folder that already has some work in it. I'll go into my Dropbox and we can select the folder that already has some work done inside. In this case, it already has some materials and a device file inside here. So we already see what's inside the project Explorer, so like what's already inside. And say if we want to add in a new file, it'll pop up a list of what we can make. So here is like all the devices that we can make, as well as all the schematics. This is also going to be important for the electrochemical devices, that's the materials that we can make. That's if it's not within our library. So first things first, we're going to be the most basic thing that we want to do is look at the circuit schematics. Now, the most important thing that we want to do is we have our sources. We have our sources, our basic circuit elements, our electronic elements, and some other stuff that we won't really need for what we're going to be doing. The most thing that we're going to be using is that we're just going to be using a simple DC current source. And so we're going to be using an unknown element. And this unknown element is going to be important because this is what we use to define what will be either our electrochemical device or our semiconductors. But for the sake of what we're going to be doing, this is going to be the electrochemical device. So next we connect the sources together. Can't forget to ground this as well. So we double click onto this, and then up it will prompt us like what device file we'll be using. In this case, we'll be using this device file, and we can set it to which side is going to be the anode or cathode. We'll just leave it as is, and that's basically what we need to do. So once we double click on it, we can actually open up what the device file is. But what's currently inside is not going to be important. The most important thing that we need to know is as to what we can assign the internal device file. It has a wide variety as what we can do, and as well for what the external file as to what we can assign for it. There, we have this Word file over here. This is going to be what's highlighted in the red is going to be what we'll be using, and it's going to be files that are built inside RandFlux. We have the 2D fuel cell, the 3D fuel cell, electrochemical device lithium air battery, the integrated circuit, the semiconductor device, a RandFlux internal device, a carbon nanotube network. And the ones that are highlighted in blue are going to be stuff that you can't exactly make inside of RandFlux, but are going to be stuff that you can make from external programs, but that can be imported into RandFlux. And with all of that, that's a basic introduction as to what is inside RandFlux. The other videos will cover how to actually implement some simulation inside the actual program itself with the device files.